16 minutes before the hour now, we're hearing from neighbors today of the man who shot and killed an exchange student inside his garage. This is a fascinating case about stand your ground. They say the homeowner's girlfriend specifically told them that the couple planned to, quote, bait intruders to catch them in the garage. It's another case involving stand your ground laws, and this time not Florida but Montana. Prosecutors say the couple set a trap for the exchange student by deliberately leaving a purse in the garage and keeping the garage door partially open. The neighbors yesterday testified that the couple planned to use baby monitors to record any intruders. The boyfriend says he shot the German teen in self-defense and did not know whether the 17-year-old was armed. So Montana's stand your ground law allows people to use deadly force only if they believe it would save a life or prevent serious bodily harm. Investigators say the teen was apparently looking for alcohol, but defense attorneys say the student was part of a teenage burglary ring. Tanya Miller is a criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, and live with us. You know, there's a way that you deal with teen burglary rings. You catch them and you put them on trial. You do not set a trap and murder them, which is what the prosecution says happened, but he says it was self-defense. Tanya, how do you see it?
Well, I actually think the prosecution has it right in this case. I mean, I was a prosecutor for 10 years before I was a defense attorney. And look, when you're assessing whether or not a person has appropriately used self-defense, and particularly deadly force, you have to look at all the facts and circumstances. Here, this neighbor's testimony that this guy was planning this, that they were baiting, they wanted this kid. They were going to get the next kid that stepped into that garage. They even left the door open.
That'll show them.
I think that's going to be a big problem.
Yeah, that word,
exactly.
That word bait, that is almost by definition, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like we want you to come in. We're fed up. The police aren't doing their job. We're taking matters into our own hands. And the next kid that comes into this garage is going to get it. And it seems like that's exactly what they planned, and that's exactly what happened.
Tanya, the defense insists that this man feared for his life. Can they make that claim? Will he have to testify?
I think he's probably going to have to testify, and here's why. That neighbor has given some pretty damaging testimony about statements made by him and his girlfriend prior to this incident happening. If he doesn't rebut that in some way, if he doesn't take the stand and say, listen, not only did I not say that, not only was it not my intent to bait someone to come into my house, I was afraid for my life. I thought that my family or myself were in danger of being killed, and that's why I used this deadly force. I took that shotgun and fired it 4 times into this garage because I feared for my life. Without that testimony, I think he's going to be in trouble.
But you know, part of his problem is that when he fired that shotgun, one of those 4 times, bullets went into the house, and inside the house was a little baby kid. So you wonder where this guy, I don't know, where his head was.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear, and there's been some sort of reports about his history, perhaps some history of drug use. I think there was some drugs found in his home. I think they tested him. He was not under the influence at the time. But there may be some question of his stability. I mean, the fact that someone would view kids breaking in, garage hopping, as the kids called it, breaking into his garage as something worthy of using deadly force shows, I think, some mental instability.
It's Tanya Miller, live from Atlanta. Welcome to the program. Nice to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Shepard.